Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Mackay from Cowley. I just wanted to show how on an iPhone you can use the device to support your reading. So where you have your work or an email or a website page, a PDF, if your phone is set up for Word documents or PowerPoints, how you can have that read to you. Now I do appreciate this is an iPhone 11 and not everyone has got the same device. I don't know how it works on an Android, but I feel that once you kind of know where to look or what it is that you're looking for, you can Google how to find such a feature on the device that you've got at home. But I'll show you how I can do it on here, and then that might just help you investigate a little further on whatever device you're using to do your work. Okay, so if we click into settings, we're going to go down to this blue button here, which is accessibility. And then there's lots of options here, most of which I do not know what they do, but we're going to go into spoken content. Okay, and this is where we're going to alter most of the preferences that you will need to help support you in your reading. So we're going to go on to speak selection. What that's going to do is edit the function where you normally cut and paste. So cut, copy, paste. Now it's going to have the additional feature of speak. So whatever it is that you've highlighted doesn't work in all formats, but if the option's there, it means that it can be read to you. Okay. Speak screen. This is going to put a little black button on your screen that will enable the whole page to be read, and you can pause it in that function as well. But you need to go to speech controller and highlight that there. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, a little black button has appeared. You can move that around however you prefer. Then highlight content. I particularly like this feature. Okay, it means that what is being read to you is going to be highlighted at the same time, so you can keep up with what's being read, and then if you do pause it, you can see where you're up to as well. And in addition to that, you can change the colour. Most of us don't like black on white. It's not the most easiest way in which to read. And some of you might already have a particular preference, but it does give you the opportunity here just to kind of have a play around with it and see what it is that you prefer. You can change the colour of the words in some formats. It depends how they've been uploaded. But I think if you stick to default, it's going to be black, it's going to be bold, it's going to be clear. Now, the sentence colour is what we would associate if we were highlighting a text. So it's going to highlight the background of that text. So you've got a couple of options here. Again, it's just what you prefer. Some of you might already know, but it's something you could just look into now that you know that the feature might be available on your device. Again, it's not always going to be the same on some formats. It might depend on the background colour of which the document has already been uploaded, but it's going to be similarly highlighted. I'll be able to show you that in a minute. Okay. Couple of other options that you have are voices. You can change the spoken language voice, and you can change whether it's male or female. There seems to be a lot of options, some of which you have to download, but again, it's whatever's available on your device at home. Okay, and then the speaking rate, this is just a bit of a slider where it speeds it up or slows it down. Too fast, you're not going to be able to keep up. Too slow, you're going to be there all day. So somewhere about midway is just how we would normally speak. Okay, so once you've had altered those settings however you prefer, I can just show you now how it might work on your screen. Okay, so if you were to go, for example, to the Cowley homepage, we're going to go on the Home Study, Work for Student page. And obviously, I'm sure you've seen this, all your subjects and the work is there. So if we click on English, and just to show you the cut and paste feature that you're used to, if you highlight now, just let's say you just wanted a couple of sentences or a short paragraph, you can see there now with the black tabs that you've got the opportunity to copy, look up and speak. And if you press speak, it's going to be read to you.
Please find below the latest round of independent work for all years in both English language and English literature. There is directed work for Y7-10 students which they should complete by following their normal school timetable.
So as you can see, it's just enabled you to pick out that chunk. It is blue. I think that's just maybe because of how that particular website is formatted. I'm sure some people maybe will be able to make that a little bit more accurate. But it is highlighted and you can see where you're up to, and it will stop at the place that you've asked it to. Okay. If you wanted the whole page read, if you go back to that black button at the bottom, and that will literally read everything that's on the screen from top to bottom, but it does allow you to pause it as well. So you end up with a little format at the bottom, press play.
Comma search, primary menu, skip to content. English, home study. Please find below the latest round of independent work for all years in both English language and English literature. There is directed work for Y7-10 students which they should complete by following their normal school timetable.
So as you can see, that's highlighted purple, which is what we'd set, so that's good, and it means that you can pause it as well. Okay, now if we were to just close that down and then show how it works on a downloadable format. The cut and paste option doesn't work here. Again, it's probably just how it's uploaded, but you've still got the option here of this black button. So it says Safari there. What it's probably going to do is read the page that we were previously on. So if you basically tell it that you now want it to read the page that you're currently on, if you press this little button here with the hand, you're basically saying, can you now read this? It'll reload the page.
Year 7, Year 8, Developing Knowledge, Creative Writing, English Takeaway Homework, Term 2B, 1. Research Wilfred Owen or Siegfried Sassoon and produce a profile page of information about them too. Find out about other writers who were writing in World War I. Write about your findings using full paragraphs. 3. Make revision cards for writers' techniques. 4.
So if you think that's enough work for the day, you can simply pause it, and then obviously you can get on with what work you need to do. So just a couple of examples how it works. I'll continue to have a look around and just see what else you might be able to do with your device to support your reading further. I'm sure many students will be very quickly able to make this even better than what I can show you in just a short video, but it just shows you what the technology is available out there without having to download other apps or necessarily purchasing other technology. It's just about being aware of what maybe the devices you've got at home, what they can already do. Okay, so I hope some of you found that helpful. It does work on websites as well. If you're doing some research, it will work on ebooks too. So hopefully some of you will find some help in supporting your reading at home. Okay, take care guys. Bye.